This DVD is based on 2 family photo albums and memories shared with my children. It includes my life until 1937 when I married Alfred Kramm. The story starts in Kansas City. My mother, Oma Bell, and father, Roscoe Harshaw, were in love. They were married July 21, 1909, at the Grand Avenue Methodist Episcopal Church in Kansas City. My brother, Harold, was born July 31, 1910, on the family farm in Altamont, Kansas. I was also born on the family farm, June 10, 1913. Many people from all over the USA were investing in the great land boom of South Florida. So Dad purchased land, sight unseen, and moved the family to Florida in 1915. The land, unfortunately, was underwater. It's a long way from where Disney would be. So Dad took a job as a swamper at McDonald's Dairy. Dad's job included killing rats. For extra money, Mother made squash pies with milk, cream, and eggs from the dairy. There were many fleas. whenever I would see one, I would say,
"Flea, flea, kill the flea."
After about a year, Dad and Mother saved enough money to drive back to the family farm in Kansas. We crossed this ferry on our way back. We left Kansas in 1919 when Dad took a job with Dickinson Goodman Lumber Company in Coweta. This is the lumber yard where Dad worked. And this is the Dickinson Goodman Company house where we lived. Dad was a manager. Harold still loved his wagon.
I like my wagon. I like my trike.
Harold and I played at a frozen water hydrant.
Boy, it's cold.
This is Mother and her friend Myrtle Wellman. Myrtle is trying to be funny.
She's making a funny face.
I'm in white on the left. And this is Harold with his gang of friends. I was a flower girl on the right in Ruby Whitman's wedding in June of 1920. That's me on the left with a bow. In another attempt to find a pot of gold, Dad invested in oil. Dad was secretary of the Conservative Drilling and Developing Company. The company went bankrupt. Dad and Mother were adventuresome. In the summer of 1921, the family drove to California in their new Ford. We left Oklahoma 10 years before the dust storms that devastated the Great Plains and the mass migration of Okies to California. We camped along the way. I'm on the left. Dad and Mother were still in love. I always enjoyed the sunrise. I rested on a large rock with Mother and Harold. Dad threw a rock. Harold and I watched. At last we reached California. Dad found work cutting lumber. Dad used the car's engine to run the saw. And I watched. I gathered Christmas branches near Folsom in 1921. Mother gathered branches too. Dad and a partner started a construction company in Sacramento. They built an apartment house. We lived in this apartment house for a while. The construction company went bankrupt, and Dad went to work in a hardware store. In July 1924, the family took a 2-week vacation to Stinson Beach. I enjoyed walking along the beach with Harold. Mother, Harold, and I are holding the fish we caught. I'm in the middle. Dad and Mother. I'm playing on the grass. In 1928, Dad bought a chicken ranch, several acres on the outskirts of Sacramento. Dad continued to work at the hardware store. This is Mother holding a chicken. And Harold looking at the chicken coop. I didn't pay much attention to the chickens. I would rather dress up for school plays and pretend to be somewhere else. When the Depression came along, the chicken ranch failed. Many years later, I would repeatedly tell my children, "Don't count your chickens until they hatch." Dad stayed with A.B. Winchell Hardware Company until it closed. Afterwards, he did many things, such as driving a laundry truck. The family moved to Reno for 1 year and eventually returned to Sacramento. I graduated from high school in Sacramento in February 1931. Harold and I visited Hollywood. I went to business school and disliked every minute of it. I wanted to become a beautician, but my parents didn't think that it was a legitimate or a respectable job. In 1935, Dad got a job with a hardware store in Grass Valley, California. I moved with the family and did clerical work at Biggs Realty Company for a few years. I met Ernest and Alfred Kramm at the Methodist Epworth League. There's me, and there's Ernest. The youth group went camping. There I am cooking sausages. In 1935, I didn't know that I would eventually marry Alfred Kramm in 1937.